Welcome to Augmented You. My name is Jan, I'm your host, and on this channel we equip you with all the information needed to thrive in the age of artificial intelligence. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, thanks for stopping by. We post videos every week, videos covering all the key topics, all the key happenings from the AI world, because at Augmented You, we believe that you should be mastering AI and not AI mastering you. So make sure to click the subscribe button. Click the bell notification icon so that you get notified every time we post a new video. And if you're already a member of this community and have been following us for a while, welcome back, we appreciate you. Today's video, AI Deep Dive. Topic, OpenAI's latest model O1. How I want to approach this is first cover what is it, how does it work, and then as usual, impact and action. Why does it matter, why should you know about it, and how can you benefit from it, how can you prepare for it? Without further ado, let's jump right into it. The Strawberry project. AI models capable of advanced reasoning. AI models capable of solving complex tasks requiring step-by-step thinking. All the rumors were true. OpenAI, they released their latest model. It's not called Strawberry, it's called O1. Let's check it out. We've developed a new series of AI models designed to spend more time thinking before they respond. They can reason through complex tasks and solve harder problems than previous models in science, coding, and math. So it is exactly as the rumors reported it. How does it work? At a high level, because I explore this in depth in the next section of this video. We train these models to spend more time thinking through problems before they respond, much like a person would. Through training, they learn to refine their thinking process, try different strategies, and recognize their mistakes. Now the impressive part. In our tests, the next model update performs similarly to PhD students on challenging benchmark tasks in physics, chemistry, and biology. We also found that it excels in math and coding. In a qualifying exam for the International Mathematics Olympiad, GPT-4o correctly solved only 30% of problems, while the reasoning model, this latest model, scored 83%. Going from 13% to 83%, this is very impressive. This is a huge leap. Safety obviously being very important for OpenAI. As part of developing these new models, we have come up with a new safety training approach that harnesses their reasoning capabilities to make them adhere to safety and alignment guidelines. By being able to reason about our safety rules in context, it can apply them more effectively. Sounds good? Does it work? One way we measure safety is by testing how well our model continues to follow its safety rules if a user tries to bypass them, known as jailbreaking. One of our hardest jailbreaking tests, GPT-4o, scored 22 on a scale of 0 to 100. While our O1 preview, again, this latest model, scored 84, going from 22 to 84. Again, very, very impressive. Whom is it for? These enhanced reasoning capabilities may be particularly useful if you're tackling complex problems in science, coding, math, and similar fields. For example, O1 can be used by healthcare researchers to annotate cell sequencing data, physicists to generate complicated math formulas needed for quantum optics, and by developers in all fields to build and execute multi-step workflows. So last video on this channel, we discussed what are some of the impacts of the Strawberry project if it is actually true. And one of those impacts would be an expanded application of AI models. And this is exactly what we are seeing here. They release two different sizes as usual, O1 Mini and then O1 Preview. What's the difference? O1 Mini is faster, more efficient, it needs fewer seconds to give you an answer, whereas the O1 Preview takes longer to think, but it is capable of solving even more complex tasks. Let's look at a few examples. Let's look at reasoning task given to O1 Preview. Assume laws of physics on Earth. A small strawberry is put into a normal cup and the cup is placed upside down on a table. Someone then takes the cup and puts it inside the microwave. Where is the strawberry now? Explain your reasoning step by step. And then the model successfully does it. So it thinks through the problem, understanding the scenario. So this is now the thinking going on in the background, decomposing the problem, step by step reasoning. And then the final answer, initial placement, cup inversion, cup removal. So it thinks about everything that has happened that has then led to this cup being in its final position. Let's look at another reasoning example. this time with a researcher testing the model. The task this time, how many R's are in Strawberry? Even the prompt is not perfect, right? So they're trying to imitate a real life scenario where users are usually not that good at writing good prompts. And this is first GPT-4o. There are 2 R's in the word strawberry. So this is a task that seems very, very simple from humans' perspective, but something that is quite challenging to solve for large language models. But this new model, it has a different way of approaching problems, as OpenAI put it. It is closer to how we humans approach problems. And let's see the same task. Now O1 preview. Again, thinking, we need a couple of seconds. There are 3 R's in the word strawberry, and this is now the correct answer. Let's look at the pricing. GPT-4o currently costs $5 per 1 million tokens. GPT-4o mini is priced at 15 cents per 1 million tokens. And now this latest model, OpenAI's O1 preview, is priced at $15 per 1 million input tokens. So that is quite a bit more. That is 100 times more than GPT-4o mini and 3 times more than GPT-4o. So it is quite pricey, but I think we can expect the price, as with all other models before, to drop with time. How does it work? How do the O1 models work? What have OpenAI figured out that these models are now capable of going from 30% of math tasks solved to 83% of them solved? And looking at a few other evaluations provided by OpenAI competition code, going from 11 to 62% to 89th percentile. PhD level science questions, this one is very impressive, right? So GPT-4o was around 56% of answers or questions answered correctly. O1 preview and O1 around 78%. And now even more impressive compared to expert humans. So expert humans are close to 70%. So O1 models outperform humans, expert humans, on PhD level science questions. This is impressive. So how have they done it? And it is all about chain of thought. So what is chain of thought? What is chain of thought prompting? Let's go back to the RGS, because this is nothing new. This is something that has been around and the community has had in its hands for over 1 year, I think close to 2 years, because the paper that introduced this is this one from 2022, and it's titled Chain of Thought Prompting Elicits Reasoning in Large Language Models. So reasoning is the key word here. So this is what the researchers were exploring. How can we teach models to reason? So what they've done is we explore how generating a chain of thought, a series of intermediate reasoning steps, significantly improves the ability of large language models to perform complex reasoning. In particular, we show how such reasoning abilities emerge naturally in sufficiently large language models via a simple method called chain of thought prompting, where a few chain of thought demonstrations are provided as exemplars in prompting. Let's look at the examples provided by the authors. So the first one, here's the prompt. Roger has 5 tennis balls. He buys 2 more cans of tennis balls. Each can has 3 tennis balls. How many tennis balls does he have now? The answer is 11. So this is what we call one-shot prompting, where one example is given to the model before we are asking it to answer a similar question. So now the question, the cafeteria had 23 apples. If they used 20 to make lunch and bought 6 more, how many apples do they have? And now using this prompt, the model incorrectly answers 27. Now let's look at the chain of thought prompt. Roger has 5 tennis balls, same original problem, but now the demonstrated behavior is different. We're not just showing it the answer, but this problem is broken down into substeps. Roger started with 5 balls, 2 cans of 3 tennis balls. Each is 6 tennis balls. 5 plus 6 equals 11. The answer is 11. And now the model, it behaves similarly as we have demonstrated in the prompt. And it does the reasoning part. It breaks the problem down into substeps. The cafeteria had 23 apples originally. They used 20 to make lunch, so they had 23 minus 20 equals 3. They bought 6 more apples, so they have 3 plus 6 equals 9. The answer is 9. So now we get the correct answer. Now, chain of thought prompting is just a prompting technique. It doesn't change anything about the model itself. So the model, large language model used in this demonstration by the authors is the same, but a different prompting technique results in a different answer, in a better answer in case of the chain of thought prompting. So this is nothing new. OpenAI has not invented something new, but what they have done, and this is a novelty, they have now trained the model to do chain of thought better. So I want to share this graphic from Jim Fan because I think it demonstrates what is happening here very well. So to understand this graphic, let's just quickly look at training and inference phases. So training, from the user's perspective, we can understand it as something that happens in the background. So a model is trained on a large volume of data. It has been given examples. And then inference is when we ask the model a question. So this is when the model is deployed, when it is exposed to the users. This is what we call inference time. So when you input a prompt to ChatGPT, this is called inference time. And usually inference time, we are expecting the answers to come quickly, and that is about it, right? We're not prepared to wait for a long time for the answer to be shown to us. OpenAI, they are changing this paradigm. So they're putting much more emphasis on this inference time, right? So their O1 models, they think about a problem, they break it down, they take several seconds, even up to 30 seconds and more to come up with an answer. But users, in this case, we are fine with it because we are now asking the model to solve a more complex problem, and we're giving it more time, reason, break it down into substeps, solve those substeps, self-evaluate, evaluate your answers before you show your answer back to me. So this is a novelty that OpenAI are introducing with their O1 model. So it's a chain of thought, and let's look at a few examples here provided again by OpenAI. Cipher example on the left, we have GPT-4o. So we have a cipher and use the above example to decode a new cipher. And with O1, looking at the chain of thought, this is what the model is actually doing at inference time. To decode the given ciphertext using the example provided, we'll use the pattern identified in the example, and then the example decoded as decoding methods, and it goes through the different methods. So it thinks about the solutions, it tries to come up with a good answer, it evaluates its own answer before it shows the answer back to you. And this is all happening during inference time as we are communicating with the model. Chain of thought, again, is nothing new, but how OpenAI is using it within their models is new. So they're now fine-tuning, adapting their models to do chain of thought thinking better, more efficiently, and during inference time. So what is the impact of this latest release from OpenAI? O1 models. O1 models with greater reasoning capability. So we now went from 30% of successfully answered math questions to 83% of successfully solved math problems. How have they done it? Chain of thought reasoning, chain of thought prompting. Nothing new as a technique, but how they deploy it, how they utilize it is different. So they have trained those models to perform chain of thought reasoning at inference time. So as you're communicating with the model, as you present this model with a problem, with a task, it will think about it, it will break it down into substeps, it will solve those substeps, and then it will piece together the final solution. It will evaluate its process, it will evaluate its thinking, and it will evaluate its response before it is served back to you. And what we're seeing now, O1 models outperforming human experts on PhD level science questions. This is very impressive. What will the impact of this be? Broader applications of AI models. So this is something that we discussed already last week, right? Imagine those models now being used in research, science, math, software development, right? There are existing frameworks which successfully utilize now already the previous generation of large language models for, let's say, research. I want to mention the Sakana AI project, right? They have successfully used a large language model to generate novel research ideas, to conduct experiments, to evaluate experiments, to write a research paper, and to evaluate this research paper. Imagine the O1 model plugged into that framework. Same goes for different software development projects, right? Same goes for different medicine projects. And I want to mention the agent swarm framework, what many believed will get us to AGI. Imagine hundreds, thousands of PhD level AI agents operating in a single framework with a single purpose. So this is something that could be extremely, extremely powerful. Second, what OpenAI have done very successfully now, what they have done successfully in the past, they have turned on the training data generation pipeline. So they're very transparent. This is evaluation mode, this is preview mode, but users, we are very much interested in it. We will be testing it, we will be deploying it in different environments, asking it different questions, evaluating it. And this will all generate training data which OpenAI will be able to use to train their next generation of large language models. Orion might already benefit from it. So this is first at-scale deployment of such a system, of a chain of thought reasoning system, of an AI reasoning system. And this will generate training data, and this can serve as the foundation for artificial general intelligence, which is what OpenAI is trying to achieve. Action. So what can you do? How can you prepare for this? How can you benefit from what OpenAI has just released a few days ago? Step number one, accept that this is coming. This is not hype. This is not a balloon that will pop. This is coming. AI will be able to automate a lot of the tasks that are now performed by humans. AI will outperform humans in most domains. So what can you do about it? You can follow the framework methodology that we explained last week. Think about your own domain, which tasks will be automated by AI, which tasks will be augmented by AI, meaning that AI will be used to improve how humans can perform this task. And then lastly, which tasks will not be performed by artificial intelligence. Now, this last group is getting smaller and smaller, but still, knowing this will help you develop your skills in the right direction. So tasks where AI will be used to improve human performance, you need to be able to work with this technology effectively. Googling is a skill, so is prompting. You need to be able to communicate with large language models effectively. You need to be good at providing instructions to large language models, and especially these reasoning models. They are now capable of performing more complex tasks, but you explaining, defining these complex tasks better will help you use this technology better, and this can be your added value. And again, this last category, where will AI not be deployed? This is where you can develop your own skills, because this is where we will need human expertise. This is where we will need humans performing those jobs. And again, how to do all of that, follow the technology. Following this channel is obviously one of those steps, so you can understand all the things that are coming out. You can understand what is the impact of those things. And there's a lot of great materials, tutorials available online on how you can use AI to your own benefit, of how you can use AI tools more effectively. This is it for the deep dive into the O1 released by OpenAI. Thank you for watching the video. Click subscribe, click the bell notification icon so that you get notified every time we post a new video, so that we can keep delivering value to you. Thank you, and until next time.